bonsam gem no dem e bi mo se do bonsam gem nyi ho no oye no kwar do bonsam gem na ro ho ana do nyi ho no so ho mo a na mfi e bi se de dame wonyumi ase de akanman yen yam faso odin kan bonsam gem na da so ho a
bonsam gem ya sefun bonsam no ma na wo kana bonsam gem ho so ho dame me ma ba sa na aba ni mo na chido oye Bible Quran letumoma ni ni aje besra bonsam gem ho that's Revelation 20 you can come Uma ba sin ya de resi robon so bi ho ankopon so ka dem many are so edin na ba sanu upon matam so in the ba sin na de resi de robon so bi ho
Revelation chapter 20 verse number 11 to 15 na muhun ahengwa fufu kokroko nyinya a wotede no asase yin oso efi na yimugwane na wenye baby amawan na muhun ewufo nkakraman akase de wojenjina ahengwa no enyim na weegwe nwuma mu na weegwe nwuma bi so oye nkon nwuma no mu na wonam za waachiro no nwuma no mu no dubu ewufu na atan dem brebo ni ndwumate
atemwa da asemo besini atemwa da mo besi obi a obokwa ahema mu mudi wo nkon nwuma no mu obi a nkwa ahema mu mudi ho damra abayempo sa leduma ana edumebera so onye panyin no to ho ka o wudi no ka na ma so wat moda wudi ka to no ma wo mo skrebi okay aha nti anora kana wo na homa wudi ka to mo kan wala chiro
verse number 15 na obiara we hu no de wa chiro no wo nkon ma no mu no wo to ne chin oja nsutae no mu
nsase abonsam ya ni ya owa wa hu enya ehu anya antum yankopon yako na anya yankopon aso akon ndo nyame no so ho ejirama di dipe na wa chewo do nkon mu mu
ejidi de nyame
yako na ji aso akon ya do yankopon no so ho a na wa chewo do nkon mu mu iyi no de kan papa wo ya si na ye salama di hu ya wo do nkon mu ina da ye nganka aso ho wo bi akakan so ya wo church mama so iyi no hia yen people kra why do him say why do say
do fata
ejedu ehunu yakopon yako na ehu de na me na so pon ya ejedu on yakopon so ho asa na abaye papa na wa mako sati
akoko mi injin da wood no nche de yenhu no wa Bible ni Korean ntina wood no why chinchin na
madodia
de nyame na soma fu ya kede ode ye dwumu de onde yehu onde no wa Bible na say yehu Jesus de Yeshua mun na de Elijah na de yehu but what no ahira hen nti
aya isuma aduru yase then isuma aduru yase na do nti yehu Israel prankasa waira wansam Arabia waira wansam na pe kinkwe also okan ba wona wonsase sase npe ko wo hu de nsem bi Israel plan wo Israel plan wonsase asimo okra mu Arabia plan wonsase ngo yeshua adu yase mama de mo so bata sase da wa aboansam no all na man na me aba wa bo mo npe pi akojo nsase eni se ehunu de yakopon yako na ehunu yakopon aso apon na na so ho a ya hema ahu fi ahoro ni mama de wa ni kon so ntum ko a wa ma hema na ho ejum na woto yakopon ase mama abonsam je mama ma akani on yakopon kon tribe on kon country on mama abonsam je mama ma akani ate mama abonsam je mama ma ayobiyi mama abonsam je mama ma hubiyi wa tre oyi mu wo kasen na owo osusu mu osubu nsamde sunu mu ma kan na wo osusu de bi mu de ma kasa wodi yednu yankopon ho a odima na ebase na mama abonsam je ma de man ko afi na yedena abadam ya ho so papa ko kura ba ka chiro am tete ndete ngo pa ka wan sase ngo pa kwa ka wan sase am no hibu pra what wan sase mara ye kwa kwa me hibu pro ka
Quran chapter 13 verse number 38 we have 39 every term has its book
as our bibera no mo ma oba kremo yan fiase obi ho won ya wo be ka Quran Quran ga go to no o cho all ka de e wo mi be no mo oba na fi no be chi so o Quran o Bible da obaba na oba asofo so oba ni sa Bible aba Quran aba no ka wo mi be aso no for no chere no be chi no so ba on net mo na be nsase e ko Bible no ma wa chirem e ko Revelation 5 ya wa kana wo e so na book no the book of power Revelation so kai
Revelation chapter 5 verse number 1 going na mo hun nya ote ahengwa no do no ne sayimfam nwoma a wacho no mo nyinachi na wazensowa no esun asowa no
ase wo mana no hu wacho no mo nyinachi na ote wo mana ashama na wadensowa no esun no so tumo ma no kitamre so aye mra oyeso na ona na abe na ba shira Bible na so wacho ko na ase nsa na nkremofo is a Hebrew no what ya me na smase
nti etuna hoya ewo hoyi
e dem be isuma ka to yas ni na do na mo oye suma ono ehunu ya me na sam scientists waka kasa ye ko isam the doctors wo ye kasa ye ko isam no mo no pam ko ije
mo waka no mfa yipam ko ije
oh da bi na scientist kana wa ko boso da ba oye ko isam ije da yi din ko ije mo hu ye
okay
sasa Michel da mana Bible the Quran era in to ma asetse and two man of church and some year pete mo bera wa oni yakopana na wo hon e wora Bible ka kan yawe Hebrew pon e na nko so ka ala kinke ku ho don po what yesu we na wawira
yeko nemfi akafan demo konkon ya mesmafo akan yeko madam French wo nemfi wakan fe yeba maybe so konkon ya mesmafo de mbochuo mwana mogbo hen ende yawa ye pede bibia kama okonkon ya mesmafo wana wogbo hen no enti muyim de sum baba wiade ma ana muyim ma mogbo hen no na muyim ana de muyim enti ya muye ye 40 bia enti oyin de wode yakobo nsem gem because ma agbo hen muyim de mi no obesi. Madame,
je vous salue mes chers téléspectateurs. Que la paix du Seigneur soit avec vous. Et notre animateur a posé la question à notre frère Kodio, disant que comment se portait le temple au siège. Et il a dit que le siège allait bien, que tout va à merveille. Et il lui a dit que c'est vrai qu'aujourd'hui est lundi, mais tout bouge à merveille parce qu'il y a du monde. Les gens sont en train de venir de partout. Et il lui a aussi dit que aujourd'hui, il a reçu l'appel d'un monsieur à 4 heures. Ce qui veut dire qu'il s'est réveillé dès 4 heures et il s'est réveillé, il a commencé à travailler. Et aussi, en voyant le mouvement du siège, ce qui veut dire qu'ils sont en train de préparer le programme de août à merveille. Et il a posé la question à notre papa qui est au Concrohin et il lui a posé la question, il lui a dit que est-ce que l'enfer existe? Et il a dit effectivement, l'enfer existe bel et bien et que les gens iront en enfer et certains aussi iront dans le royaume des cieux dont les gens disent populairement paradis. Et il a expliqué, il a demandé, mais comment est-ce que tu dois faire pour éviter l'enfer? Et il a répondu, il a dit que il te suffit de reconnaître que Dieu est un et il est unique. Il y a un seul Dieu. Et le second aussi, c'est de reconnaître que il est l'envoyé de Dieu. Et il nous fait comprendre encore ensuite que il est venu pour chasser l'obscurité qui envahit le monde, que le monde est envahi de l'obscurité. Il y a posé la question, mais pourquoi il dit cela? Et il nous dit aussi comme ça que la Bible qui a été révélée aux gens d'Israël, il y a des Israélites, des chrétiens qui ne comprennent pas certainement la Bible. Et il a dit aussi que le Coran, les musulmans ne comprennent pas le Coran. Et il nous a dit, il nous a donné des passages dans le livre de Apocalypse qui nous dit que, comme on appelle, l'enfer existe bel et bien, que chacun va récolter ce qu'il a semé. Et chacun va recevoir son salaire comme il a travaillé. C'est comme un fonctionnaire d'État. Quand ton nom est mentionné dans un cahier ou un cahier de registre, quand il est temps de donner ton salaire, on regarde dans le cahier et par ton nom, on te paye ton salaire comme tu l'as travaillé ou bien comme ton nom est affiché. Et il dit aussi que quand ton nom n'est pas dans le livret et que tu es absent, tu ne pourras pas recevoir ton salaire. C'est pareil aussi pour le royaume des cieux et l'enfer. Si tu as bien fait ton travail et que tu as reconnu que Dieu il est un et que tu as reconnu que Okonkoni aussi est l'envoyé de Dieu, tu auras le royaume des cieux. Mais dans le cas contraire, tu iras en enfer. Merci.
Nana ho ne finance of enko oye potekesem embra yaba dem mekano e bebi so konkon ya mesumafo wa no wo bohen enti moleken yamu yantase nana.
Okay. So as you the host began after the song that has been sung, you asked Okonkon Nyamisumafo what is really about, as the song mentioned that the descendants of Akan will not get into hellfire on the day of judgment. He explained that yes, as he has mentioned, the Most High God with him, he sees to look at the language or the tribes or the clan that use those languages. And that they, for their sake, he said they will not go into hellfire. He did not create hell for them. Of which he mentioned that, yes, as you ask him, is it real that hell exists or not? Kronkoni Nyamisumafo said that, yes, as the Most High God have said in his revelation that he gave to his messengers, he mentioned that if you really want to get the truth about an issue, you have to seek for 3 witnesses, 2 or 3 witnesses for you to believe that whatever that you have heard is true. And so the Quran have talked about the existence of hellfire. The Bible also talked about the existence of hellfire, or the Israelites book that was revealed to them also talk about hellfire. And then the book of power that was revealed through him now, or descended through him, also talked about the existence of hellfire. And so it means that hellfire exists. But he mentioned that to say hellfire, it is we, the earthly people, who use that language. But it is those who follow the devil or the evil power on earth here, where their abode on the day of judgment is where we refer to as hellfire. He then explained by allowing the scripture to read to us in Revelation chapter 20, thereabout, to mention to us that, yes, on the day of judgment, something will happen. He said the one who revealed in Revelation mentioned that he saw in the vision that there are books of which they have written both sides of the book, and that the books have been sealed. He said that it means that the book is complete. There is nothing to be written again. And then he mentioned that, but yet those who do not have their name in the book of life, that is what he mentioned of Kronkoni Nyamisumafo. Said the book of life that has been mentioned here are those who believe that God is one, that is a monotheism God, and then also believe in all the messengers of God, including him that have come now. That when we have this belief, or we have this faith, it is this that our name will be written in the book of life. And so those whose name are not found in the book of life, the Revelation mentioned that they will be cast into hellfire. He said, as Revelation have mentioned that there is the existence of hellfire, it means that yes, hellfire do exist. Again, he mentioned that in the highest heaven, the 7 highest heavens, the language that is used there is Hebrew, then the Akan language, then the Arabian language, or the Arabic language. Okonkoni Nyamisumafo said it is these 3 languages that the Most High God said that for the fact that these languages are used in the 7 highest heavens, for those people who use it on earth, they will not go into hellfire on the day of judgment. So all the languages that are remain, they exist in the 12 high heavens. He said that with this, it means that yet the people who use these languages are supposed not to attain hellfire on the day of judgment, but it's the work of the devil. It is he who has caused us not to follow the principles of the Most High God, and therefore hellfire one way or the other will be our abode. He mentioned that, yes, as the books are mentioning, we go into the Quran, it mentioned that they call God Allah. Then again, we go into the book of the Hebrews book that was revealed to them. They call the Most High Yahweh. He said, then what is the true name? But yet, the Quran mentioned, as has been read to us, that every term has its book, and that with him is the mother book. Okonkoni Nyame Small said that it is said that a book will come which will reveal all this to us, and that is the book which he has descended onto the earth with. And it is out of that book that many corrections will be made from the knowledge that was revealed to the messengers that was given to the former people. Okonkoni Nyame Small said, when we come into the world as well, there are so many falsehoods that exist, from the line of the scientists, from the line of the doctors, and even God's knowledge. He said, with the God's knowledge, that is the darkness that have catch over the world, and it is this darkness that is leading us into hellfire. But he said that if the scientists have given us a false information and we have believed in it, that will not cause us to go into hellfire. Likewise, the doctors, when they give us false information and we believe in them, it will not cause us to go into hellfire. But with God's knowledge that comes onto the earth, when there are falsehood in them, it is this that leads us into hellfire. And so he is coming, and the book of power that he is revealing onto the earth is saying to correct so many things that we have heard, which is in God's knowledge that was descended onto humanity, and that the falsehood in them, he is in to correct them. And that he mentioned that it is this that will cause the entire earth not to go into hellfire on the day of judgment, as the song that we sang have explained. As the Most High God have said, it is this time that he has said at the end of days, which both the Bible, the Quran, and then the Hebrew books that was revealed to them talked about, the end of days that they spell out, it is the era in which we are now. So as God has sent his messenger into this end of days, it is this message that he is revealing to us that we have to concentrate on, we have to follow and abide, which will take us away from attaining hellfire on the day of judgment. So as he has mentioned, you have to get 3 witnesses to a knowledge which will make it very truthful to you. And that is to hellfire, as you ask whether it exists. He said, Revelation have talked about that. Is the Hebrews book that was revealed to them talked about the existence of hellfire. The Islamic book that was revealed to the Islamic tradition people also talk about the existence of hellfire. And therefore, it means that hellfire exists, as the book that is revealed to him that he has also descended onto the earth with, which is called the book of power, also bear witness that hellfire exists. Or is to tell us that truly hellfire exists, and it's meant for those who will follow the teachings of the evil power on earth. They are those that will attain hellfire on the day of judgment, as he has said. And so that is what Okonkoni have given to us.
So the Yoko Madam Benedicta ona yakwana na yeba maybe so Okonkoni Nyame for us there upon some na wabaye them oh there Okonkoni Nyame for cause also upon some na wabaye them upon some wabaye na de mu bo he na munyi mete oye bon some obeye them aja na de munyi Okonkoni Nyame for mpochu Abraham woto upon some abawiaze na munyi mdo upon some obetete yanda ma
yo to the Bible onaka what's the listen
Genesis chapter 6 verse number 6. Ne razi no de oye nyipa wa asase na oye no ye wo na akoma.
Nsati de bere bi siada. Ati yankopon no oye no nyipa baba yeda. Le shi na wo ila hwe no ho. Eye ku samo sha Bible. Sati eye ku sam papa wo Bible mo. Na ma mu ya yi fi Bible bi leyi. Nje se mo dane re ka. But you know when you put no wa ya asafu ya wakare e sama sasa you answer them kwa
Daniel chapter 2 verse number 22 Odanzama anumudo na osuma ezi oyimzo wo sumu na kan yenote
sasa ana yankopon assessment we obesebe dey na ye dey na ncho oyimpere bo ogbo wa ba impera ba ye bon na ba ya bo me no wura mbo yimpe na yesuma wo okataka yasi ya masabro do sasa ya kupa bo ahiman ansa na boja obo ahiman ebion paradise no samdo osun samdo ba sa ye wo osun sumo osun samdo so no no boje ka ho asa agba adam ni se nyim da buka se da ranka se hu yara za no den ka so den ka mi no do ina ambo ni po ambo adam no ambo no obo ahime no boje to samu ya ko pansi ni so obi ba ka do mi no ha oya wa yende ma ma nche bi asinya mo gura anyi ono nyim da yimpa obo hon obi ba yadam na ma ba yadam odon ko jeni mu ma wo wa yadam no ya ko pa hwehwe odon ko ahime mu nzi ya pe no ba ka me no ho ra mbo yimpa nzi ekwensam no bi na shawan nsase asam ni na da bira orobo adam na so be ni na wa kan nche ma mbo yimpa se da so da mpo wa kan o mbo yim na yankopon mbo yim aso besi ogbo yimpa aso besi yankopon
abra yankopon rebo adam no
oso da mpo no yim ogbo adam na aso besi
na che de na munyim epede
da me no te na me na ba cho sense ba bandam ni so ba ba kan yankopon no ho a wontwem obi antwem ba bo no mu ma sa wo so woman popo wo ba so ba wo ba popo do
da mo kaka
mo gbe
Quran chapter 2, verse number 30 going. When your Lord said to the angels, I am placing on the earth one that shall be my deputy. They replied, will you put there one that will do evil and shed blood?
Ate. Anazo onye pala koto asaso be ko ba yebon. Wa kan boje agu. Ezina abo plan bo yoro masam. Nzati. Nti yankopon de onye ado nu ho da mo aka acha mo wo metire ma de bia wo de kan asam. Yankopon ya do no. Onyi ma hyese na ewe do besi beda. Nzati. Ensi bida abansami aka acha obo adami a abopun da mo kan he. Obo no wie na o chade bida abopun won ye abopun ntima ye. Adam na o ye. Ozo mehu. Dem na menyi da ho won yim. Oye da maza na munya mo aze on panye eyizi on pa ma adam. Dominya wo ye ko bonsam na no dom ko. Ya ko cha za ya hande nse ma sam za na kwa asase ro. Na wa ma bonsam sa de pin ya ko na ba pa ya ko pa na ho de. Ha ya we ye yije bibia wa ha. Asase adum ko tu ye ko hwe yi ho e ba na ba ye ma da chi mo we. No so. E ho adami obi ya asefu bebre. No obi a we nse ma sam do fa. Asem ni yani. Yankopon se yipe nzo ina ya agreement ewe on se ntwem ebra wo se nte yankopon asem a bokọ jere mu wa mara samba abon aba mo de is no smart national kunyara mo nko nka temi yankopon be kire kwan sa smart bi a mewi asa na nje bokọ etumi ya ka se yankopon abara samba abon obi a yimi yankopon ho o yesuma mi yankopon nso osmart samba mo nko temi yankopon be kire ada amepia na ada amepia wo kan cha samba ọdọbọ yẹ da mẹtẹ no obedidun ọbọ nche ha ọdọbọ nzu no bọkọ abansam jere mu nti yakopon onu no ho bebera da mo ka akira mo
nti maybe so konkron ya mesmafo onu na wato no bu nemfi wa cheche mu kama because mekunu ho amntase mo ana mo bọ hen nemfi mu yim so de ye ba ye bon but enda konkron ya mesmafo wato no bu nemfi wa na mpochi konkron ya abofa kakra ba wa won dem embribi obi ba abofa bi ba betina egwe mu kede no holding heart abofa onye gbanda onye ma da o friend gbanda daban nanso onye holding heart anyenye bi amobọ no eba dinta momfa ayibi nkata momfa no de bia onye yara nas do onye problem bi but wo wa abofa nga na o de yara bata ma de
abofa yar ana bibia ha no no ma ha wo yimpa o sande if you want to be for your 21 years after I won in there go to be 19 na 20 o do moto me mat mo da onko jim
mbocho woni antini
after ya onko jim
abofra bebi anu onko jim
zati da me na be 18 years zati is there for 21 years so ndo da me be na one sha wo bon na nsa ase de wan chira wo ba de to ba afro so se ke bo twom po wan chira bon bi aman
wow
ina da menyim
entina ye ka che de bia no ma wo kesemfoyi ne enda agenkwa tv esumasem tenio okoko ye meswafo say ende mri Ghana here abofaba 14 years mpo wow be yo wanene won tro ne bon okoko ye meswafo the man mpochi wo mpochi we india
ana yakopa ndam no wahye the yimpe no da man na won tro ne bon ondu yimpe Israel no to be 21 years even na we ko yosem ya wo de ade ko ba pa na nso ya soro kwa e ko yosem kra bra Ishmael 21 years na api na ade ko 7 years onye impe we say Abraham da wo ba ya ba na ba ko ndaza ntina ba bo chepa wo ba ko sase wo ya moboro wo bo shaze no wo ba ko a do da pa ko ba pa ma no Ishmael ya zik da mi na ade ko 7 years it's only 20 years. I feel why you impress. I feel Abraham to mark now. Man, you're back. That's not, no, as a coho.
Mamma come, Madame Benedicta, or name for your friend, call French. Maybe so, conquer your Miss Malford. A cast also born some more bonsan, but tomorrow, some women dog born samano, all about how more, or by Mamma wage you may I had son, and a what to no name fee, watch it, come name fee, as a Amayan. Madame Benedicta.
Nous continuons notre débat. Notre animateur posait la question à notre papa disant que vous parlez de Satan, vous dites que tout ce que ne va pas bien dans ce monde, tout ce que l'obscurité, tout ce que enverra l'homme dans l'enfer vient du démon. Mais comme c'est vous qui nous avez créés, et vous savez que Satan n'est pas bon, et vous savez aussi que l'homme viendra faire du mal, pourquoi alors vous nous avez créés? Et il a dit comme ça que quand tu regardes dans le livre de Genèse, les gens ont tendance à dire que la Bible nous dit que Dieu a regretté le fait de créer l'homme. Et il nous explique que c'est faux. Dieu n'a jamais eu à regretter de créer l'homme. Et on a regardé dans le livre de Daniel et il nous dit comme ça que tout ce qui arrive sur cette terre a été planifié. Dieu a d'abord créé le paradis et il a créé aussi la terre et il a créé Adam, il a créé l'enfer. Il a créé l'enfer avant Adam. Et ce qu'il nous dit aussi, il a dit que lorsque Dieu voulait créer les humains, les anges s'imposaient. Et il a dit aux anges, non, que lui, il sait pourquoi il est en train de créer l'homme. Et il a créé l'humain. Lorsqu'il a créé l'humain qui était Adam, et arrivé à ce moment, il est arrivé que Adam a eu à faire quelque chose, Dieu avait besoin de quelque chose et les anges n'ont pas pu faire, mais voici que Adam a pu faire la chose, a pu réaliser ce que Dieu voulait. Et Dieu a dit comme ça que à cause de ce que Adam a fait pour moi, tous les anges te prosterneront devant Adam. Et comme cela, lorsqu'il a dit, les anges ont obéi, mais Satan a refusé de se prosterner. Et Dieu lui a dit, comme tu as refusé de te prosterner devant Adam, qui est mon fils, c'est que tu iras dans le monde parce que tu m'as désobéi. Et comme ça, Satan a demandé à Dieu que dans le paradis ici, il y a la joie. Dans le monde, dans le royaume ici, il y a la paix. Et il y a tout ce que nous avons besoin pour survivre. Et tu es en train de me dire que je vais partir dans le monde. Tu es en train de me chasser dans le monde, sur la terre des humains. Avec quoi je vais me réjouir? Et Dieu lui a dit comme ça que il faut partir. Adam aura plusieurs postérités. Il aura plusieurs descendances. Et tous ces descendants qui vont venir, ceux qui vont obéir à la parole de Dieu, ils seront à moi. Mais ceux qui n'obéiront pas à la parole de Dieu seront à toi. Fais-en ce que tu veux. Et c'est ainsi que le diable est venu sur cette terre. Et il est en train de nous expliquer aussi que la Bible nous cache beaucoup de trucs. Qu'il est en train de nous révéler plusieurs choses sur la Bible qu'il est en train d'écrire. Ce qu'il appelle le livre du pouvoir. Et en ce moment, quand l'homme va lire, l'homme comprendra ce qui est en train de se passer. Car la Bible nous cache plusieurs choses qui est le mensonge.
Yaboko nana honem fi mo hono so nana so wetum nem fi wa poto ne kasa nem fi adame yeba yebebi so konkon ya mesuma fode se besie bi pe eba otum ko ba bi o se moko oye konfo okwa bo pe na nyipa no wenyin siampa obi so bi pe bi a so kosofi wo sofi o ya adzema When what happened at the Meban, Benny be a waba. And in the maybe so conquer your miss for there. Mwana mubo yipa, and Mwamubo won't be now a confund, I don't know, or to more budget or moonsim. Near Nasu de one more bohomba than I'm put your uncle.
Okay. As Okoko Ninyami Sumafel gave the teaching to us as in his submission, he mentioned that there are a lot of things that are written in the knowledge of God that we have, and that many of them are falsehood that we have listened to. So he gave us one example in the book of Daniel chapter 2, verse number 22 thereabout, that he mentioned that, and the scripture mentioned that, and the Most High God blamed himself for creating man. Upon looking at what men are doing on earth, or the earthly men are doing, he blamed himself. It is that Okonkwo Ninyami Smallfield said that this is a falsehood that has been put in the knowledge of God that we are reading, and that the Most High God, who knew the beginning from the end, or he knew the end from the beginning, it is he who knew all this, and that at the time he created the heavens, and then he created this earth, he created hellfire, of which he placed beneath the earth, a way beyond, before even creating the earthly man. And therefore, why did he create the hellfire even though he did not create man? Because he knew what will happen in the end right from the beginning. And so, Okonkwo Ninyami Smallfield said, when you have in the book and you have that idea that the Most High God blamed himself for creating man, as you have asked that, why is it that they created the earthly men, and they knew that men are going to be in darkness, we are going to commit sin as we're doing now, and yet they allowed that for the devil to trouble the lives of men. Why is it so? He said that is not how it is. And that, as he has given to us, the Most High God, after creation of all the heavens and creating the hell, creating the earth, he said at a point, he said he's creating the earthly man, of which the heavenly populace who are there then question the Most High God that he should not create earthly man, of which he allowed the scripture to be read to us in the book of Quran. That mentioned that the angels then asked God that why is he creating man, of which when he come onto the earth, he will come to shed blood and commit sin. Okonkwo Ninyami Smallfield said that is it, that even the heavenly populace knew that when man come onto the earth, he will come to commit sin. And so they were objecting God creating the earthly man. But yet God, knowing the end from the beginning, told them, and then he created man, after which he asked the heavenly populace to then, the angels to then name the things he has created. The assignment he gave to them, none of them were able to do it. And so as none of them was able to do it, he then told them that, look, you see that I knew what you did not know. After asking Adam, the first man, he was able to fulfill the assignment the Most High God has given to him. And so the Most High God then told the heavenly populace that, you see that I knew what you do not know. And so from there, he said that as the devil has become arrogant, and then he is casting him out of the heavens, the devil at the time, whose father is the Most High God, then requested something from the Most High God. And what he requested was that he told the Most High God, look, in the heavens here we live with comfort and peace, and then the life here is very enjoyable. So why are you taking me onto the earth? Where you are taking me to, there is nothing to comfort myself with. So he requested from the Most High God that what is he giving to him to comfort himself with on earth? And that is what he has told him, that when you go onto the earth, the earthly men that for their sake I'm casting you, any of them who will not abide my words, take them as one of your own. So Okonkwo Ninyami Smallfield said, so God knew the beginning, and then he knew what will happen in the end too. So if you have it in your scriptures that God blamed himself for creating the earthly men, he said that is an error that we have put there. So the Most High God have the knowledge that surpass all things. He knew what will happen at the end, and so that is the reason he has created hellfire even before creating the first man coming onto the earth. So Okonkwo Ninyami Smallfield, with this knowledge, this is part of the things that we have to take off the knowledge of God that was revealed to us. He said this and many others that are in the scriptures which are not really the truth of the issue. He said recently he even heard that the Pope of the Catholic mission then said that they have to rewrite the Bible. He said it will be better if they sit down to change some of these things, because many of the words are in the scriptures which were not properly said, which are falsehood that are given to humanity. Okonkwo Ninyami Smallfield, upon your follow-up question that, okay, then why is it that like the child who came here recently that gave testimony that she was suffering from a hole in the heart, and that hole in heart and that okronkoni, upon laying hand on her, she has received her healing. Why is it so that a child like this who do not know what is sin and do not commit any sin has such problem? Why is it that as they were creating the earthly men, they don't give some protections to children so that the devil will not be able to trouble their lives with all of this? Okronkoni Nyame Sumava explained. I mentioned that one thing we do not know is that a child of such age, is that the Israelites have up to about 21 years of age, that when a child is within this range, his or her sins were not recorded. And so such a child, if he should die at that age, God will grant that child the eternal, the heavenly kingdom to attain. And so we should not look at it that a child is sick of that age and it will trouble our heart. And that God have made provisions for such children, that at that age their sins were not recorded. The same thing applies to, is that recently it has moved to 18 years. So that is what is there. That children of that age, their sins were not recorded. And so whatever happened to them, God has a way to grant them the heavenly kingdom to attain. And so he said many of these are the things, a chunk of knowledge that are in the scriptures which were not properly said to us. He is in to correct all of this.